Morning. Happy Sunday. Here I am. I wish I could be in a bikini or something and post something for you guys, so maybe I look like I have more credibility, or be like almost topless and in supermarket aisles fear mongering you. So maybe people will listen more, right? But what I'm about to tell you is simple and boring. Simple and boring, but will save you a lot of money, a lot of frustration, a lot of time, and maybe you'll get some quality of life back into your life. It's not fancy, it's no rocket science, it's not magic pills, it's not shortcuts, okay? But it is proven time and time again, okay? I'm sorry to say this to you, but 99% of the time, I say 99% of the time because there's always medical issues that we're not aware of. Please get tested if you suspect something. Listen to your gut, listen to your intuition. And if you're on some type of medication, this of course may not apply, okay? But most of the time, 99% of the time, I've served hundreds of thousands of customers in the last, my restaurant's been open almost 6 years, and then I'm a trained hypnotherapist, so I've done weight loss for years before that, right? So I think I know what I'm talking about. I have, lift experience, field experience. And I have done all kinds of things to myself. Oh my gosh, I'm like my own experiment. Calories in, calories out. That's it. For 99% of the time. If you are consuming more calories than you burn, you are going to gain weight. If you burn more than what you put in, you are going to lose weight. Now, weight doesn't necessarily mean fat, because I know what you want to lose is fat and build more muscle, correct? Well, for most of you anyway. So researchers have shown that, if you go low carb, you lose weight, you lose water weight and muscle mass, right? Carbohydrates are important. I lost count how many times people have come to my restaurant and asked, is this gonna make me gain weight? Or is this gonna make me lose weight? And my answer is, it all depends. What is your total caloric intake for the day, and not just for today? Consistently, every day, throughout the week, the months, the years, it matters. What you eat in a single day doesn't tell me much about your progress, about how you're gonna do like 6 months from now. I don't know, right? I say, you can eat avocados and nuts and seeds and be massive because they are very high in fat, okay? So they are healthy foods, minimally processed, right? Or unprocessed. But you can still gain weight on healthy foods. Healthy, minimally processed foods, you can still gain weight if you don't burn more than you input. Same thing with processed food, ultra-processed food. You can lose weight, you can lose fat eating Twinkies, chocolate bars, bags of chips, if you burn more than what you input. That's it. So now that we've got that, out of the way, what do you want for yourself? What do you want? What is your goal? Do you want health? Do you want strength? Do you want to build muscle? Or do you just want, not everybody wants to build muscle, okay? Not everybody does. For instance, people in Asia, like bulky, muscly women are not very attractive, right? We're not seen as attractive. So they want skinny, like skin and bone in some culture. And in other cultures, obese, very overweight women, oh my God, this keeps killing me, are attractive. Especially when they're about to be married off, right? So it all depends on what your goal is. My goal after all these years is no longer about losing fat, losing weight, looking skinny. I want to balance. I think there's a wasp. Oh my God. Okay, I'm back. My goal is to be strong, to be healthy, to be mobile, because I'm in my 40s now. And my body has sustained a lot of injuries, a lot of neglect, a lot of abuse. So now I'm all about health and well-being. And when I was reversing my diseases 9 years ago, I was very strict with what I'm eating, right? Like the no oil and, completely like whole foods and this and that. But now that, I'm well, I'm on what do you call a maintenance level. I want to have some balance in my life. I wasn't born like in the jungle eating just fruits off the trees. Although where I grew up, we pick avocados off the trees, mangoes, and stuff like that, right? But we have a lot of processed foods. Like we eat instant noodles for breakfast, okay? And so food is very emotional for me anyway, and for a lot of you I know. Food is very emotional, and food is memories, right? Especially culture, like my culture and my family, everything revolves around food. So I want to enjoy my life. I don't want to just eat like raw, uncooked vegetables and fruits all day long. First of all, I don't have time to make that my full-time activity. And second, I love spices and, aroma and flavor and, all these things. I love them. I grew up eating the most delicious dishes, right? I can't just erase all of that from my memory and like be this monk or whatever. I'm not going to enjoy life. I might have the perfect body and the perfect health, but I'm going to be miserable. And if I'm miserable and I'm not healthy mentally, it's going to trickle down physically, right? So it's all about body, mind, and spirit and how to balance all that. So enough of the quick fixes. Know what you want for you in your life and in your future. And don't shame yourself. Don't add guilt into your life. Oh my God, I had some ice cream. Now I deserve some punishment. Let me go to the gym and punish myself for 2-3 hours. Is that what you want? Exercise shouldn't be for weight loss. Exercise is great for many, many things. And the more that you disassociate exercise with weight loss, the better chance you have at developing and nurturing a better relationship with food and with your day-to-day life. So yeah, it's boring. It's simple, but it works. So I talk a lot about oil because they're very high in calories with not much nutritional value, right? So like my sauces, for instance, like 2 tablespoons, my sweet and sour sauce, I think it's like 35 calories. 1 tablespoon of oil is 120 calories on average. Doesn't matter what kind of oil. On average, it's about that. Some are a little bit higher, some are a little bit lower. So I like to just, 120 calories per tablespoon. Why don't I just add more sauce and more flavor to my food and still save myself some calories, right? Because it matters. If you're trying to get to a better space, it matters. Calories do matter, right? But it's what you do consistently, day in and day out. And on the weekends, I splurge. On the weekends, I go out to eat. I can't ask somebody to can you make it oil-free, stir fry in a wok oil-free. I can do that. These people, chefs and whatever, they're not trained to do that. It takes practice, right? And they just look at you weird. And I don't want them to spit on my food because they're pissed at me. And I don't like it when people have all kinds of crazy requests because it is very inconvenient. And so I try to be mindful of that. So when I go out, I just say, if you could, maybe just use less oil, And a lot of places do. And a lot of places, they just say yes, but they don't care. It's still the same amount of oil. It's still swimming in oil. So, oh well, it's one day out of the week, right? So have more balance. And, sugar is not to be blamed for everything. Oh my God, this is another thing. Sugar is causing Alzheimer's, causing glaucoma, it's causing all this. No. Health is more nuanced. It's so complex. It's mentally. You can eat crap. I know people that eat crap, right? But they're so peaceful in their mind and they're just so easygoing. They don't stress themselves out. And they're in better shape and better health than people who obsessively oh no, I can't eat that. Oh, there's got 2 grams of sugar. I can't eat that. Oh my God, that's got gluten. Oh, I can't eat that. Those people I find are not as well, body, mind, and spirit compared to people who eat more processed food but have a better mental state of being and more peaceful, and they don't feel guilty and they don't shame themselves. So it's all about balance, body, mind, and spirit. We need to let go of all this be super strict, you have to do this. It's all about the pillars of health, right? So your sleep, do you have a peace of mind? Do you have a meditation practice? Do you move your body mindfully? And your nutrition is just one pillar of health, right? There are many other pillars of health. So if you have a table with 4 legs and one leg is a little bit short for a period of time, you can get by for a short period of time. If 2 legs are shorter, you're a little bit, off balance, right? But you can still function, you can still use that table. But long term, that's when the damage starts to happen, right? So you want to make sure that any one of your pillars of health is not compromised chronically, like over a long period of time. So you want to make sure that it's only temporary. What are you doing? What are you doing? So balancing all the pillars of health, that's the key. So some weeks I'm not sleeping very much, but I know that's temporary. So I try to catch up, right? But on the days that I'm not as good with my sleeping, I want to make sure that nutritionally I am more optimized in that pillar. And just try to balance it all. Make the other pillars stronger when you have like one or two weaker pillars. Make the other stronger so that you could bounce back faster and better. Okay, so anyways, it's all simple. You can eat low carb and lose weight, but also pay attention, you lose water weight and you lose muscle mass, right? So have a balance. Eat your healthy carbs, your potatoes, sweet potatoes, fruits, lots of vegetables, fiber. Fiber is what feeds your gut, not meat, okay? Not meat. There's no fiber in meat. And research is so consistent now. Gut health is very, very much depending on fiber and the varieties of fiber. Soluble, insoluble, eat them all. So anyways, I gotta go. But I hope I've uncomplicated your life. And you deserve to live a happy and joyful life, enjoying the foods that you love, And I always share a lot of the new research about meat, dairy, beans, plants, and all that stuff. I am vegan for spiritual reasons. There are unhealthy vegans. There are unhealthy meat eaters. You can be unhealthy eating anything, right? But you can also be healthy if you have a more balanced diet. I'm vegan for spiritual reasons and for the animals. So, what can I do to be the healthiest I can be while sticking to my values, while aligning my actions with my values? How can I stay healthy doing that? That is my focus, okay? Because I don't want to be a sick vegan. I don't want to be like 20 years down the road, I'm like, oh, I'm no longer vegan, because that would just break my heart. Because I can't do that. I like the smell of meat. I used to be carnivore, okay? So that's what I know what I'm talking about when it comes to carnivore, because I've done it. And oh my gosh, it wrecked my whole system. And it took me years to reverse everything and to get back to optimal health. So anyways, I think I've talked enough. I will see you when I see you. Have a fabulous day, because you deserve it.